Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Buddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So Namaha. Okay. So how many of you are typically joining the 10-minute pre-session for the Sambhasanam? Typically, how many of you join?
I think the first one to come is Basavaraj Mahoday.
Oh, okay.
He is there. Yeah. I think today I joined 3 minutes before. I had to set my yogurt. So
Okay. In general, how many of you, like 5, 7?
5 to 7 of us,
okay.
are there before 5 minutes before the class.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, so it's like, see, I'm just trying to figure out. So if there are more, see, if there are people where we have internal discussion going on about the Sambhasanam. So do you want like a separate session where we can just spend time on Sambhasanam or something like that?
Yes,
I think that will be helpful.
Yes, that will be great.
That will be definitely helpful.
There were some suggestions that rather than having another session, the Abhyas Varga which are going on. So
yes, in the Abhyasa Varga, yesterday they told us each to talk 5 sentences.
Yeah, so that's where they do a lot of practice there. So maybe if you are really interested in Sambhasanam, you should join one of the Abhyasa Vargas.
Correct.
No, and still personally feel, our group, we should create a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And then we just at least converse. Every day we start with a couple of, somebody asks a question and somebody tries to answer something like an informal conversation. Like we can get that going, because all might not be able to log into the Abhyasa Varga.
I'll tell you one simple thing. Please go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It can be an informal group.
Okay.
It can be an informal group.
I'm ready to be part of it.
Yeah. So that's all. That's okay. Feel free to do it. Okay. And even I don't need to be part of it. Please.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, we need you to be a part of it, because if you're saying everything wrong.
We want to make sure someone looks at it.
That is fine. I'm just telling we can do an official informal group. That's okay.
Perfect. Okay.
So,
When is a good time for you, sir? That is important.
We'll make a group and then we'll add you also in that.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
That's your call. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
See, the point is what happens. See, when you are already, like, we have been spending time, we have spent quite more than a month at least now, right? So there is a chemistry and all those things which evolve. So obviously we can definitely carry forward it and do all those kind of things.
Yeah.
Because
I will make that. I'll create the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Sir.
Okay.
Dhanyavadaha.
So I'll just, there are few words which we have already used. I'm not sure if you remember. We have used a word called va. Right?
Question.
Yeah, exactly. So typically va or na va. So is it or is it not kind of thing. So typically your answer could be asti, nasti, and things like that, right? So what we will do is we have a topic. We'll talk about the topic. I will give you some things, and then we will interact over the topic. Topic in the sense I'll give some discussions, things, and then we'll like to use this va, nava, asti, nasti words in those things. Okay. So I thought just I'll introduce. We have talked about this. It's not
Yes,
that
you right. One of the beginning classes you've told us.
Yeah. But we want to like maybe formally use them and really get more into habit of speaking. So that's what is our thing is. And a new word is sthiyatam. That's what, like shamyatam, Sthiyatam. So sthiyatam is like please wait.
How do you say that? Sthiyatam?
Sthiyatam. I'll just share my screen. I'll show you.
What does what does that mean?
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, he just. Oh.
Please wait. Sthiyatam.
Because many times we use this please wait. Right? So for example, I just said today in the beginning, Sthiyatam. Chalchitram mudranam arambam karishyami. Okay, so this is. So today our topic of discussion will be Bahuvachanam. That's what our point is. Bahuvachanam. So any doubts, any questions in your Ekvachanam things? Or are you all clear with Ekvachanam, Pullinga, Strilinga, Napunsakalinga?
Clear, Mahodaya.
Okay, fine. So now whatever words we have discussed, maybe those plus additional things we'll add and we'll try to, because see, these are still at this point in time, we are just building our, if you understand the basic vocab, because singular, plural, these are some basic things we need day to day. Okay. So we have talked about the singular parts. Let's talk about the corresponding Bahuvachanam parts today. So now there are, in English also we have concept of noun and pronoun, right? So noun is more like a nampadani, and then pronoun is sarvanam padani. Okay, sarvanam and nam. So padani is words. So sarvanam padani is pronouns, and nam padani is nouns. Okay. So if you remember, we have used these words eshaha, saha, esa, sa, etat, tat. You remember where did we use it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this, that,
Near.
the different lingas. And we there used only the singular ones. Correct? So today I'll tell you the plural corresponding to that. So if you see this, eshaha,
Okay.
the pullinga, the bahuvachana of that is ete. Okay. And then saha is te. And the interesting part in whatever I'm telling you today, right? It is one thing you should be aware of. Let me look at the pattern. Okay. So you have to look out for the patterns, and you'll see there is pretty similarity in that. Obviously, there are some differences because of some other rules which are there inherently there, but more or less you'll find the patterns. So do you find any pattern in this?
Yeah. It's sir replaced with the.
Pullinga, there is
Yes.
an A at the end. No, A
Yes.
at the end.
Yeah, te. Okay.
Sir replaced with the.
Yeah, exactly. That's
No,
how it
A
is.
is there.
Yeah, a little bit. Sir,
Yeah,
sha,
so shaha,
some sound.
shaha is like te here. Okay. So similarly, this shaha is
Te.
te here.
Okay.
Similarly, here if you see,
Ah.
esha,
Sha
This
with
is
aha.
easier. Yeah.
Etaha.
Strilinga, sa to
Aha.
taha. Okay.
Ani.
Again, at least for me, the way I started remembering this is by the patterns. Okay. So I thought I'll share the patterns. See, typically what we have done is like we give one thing. So today in our class, we learn only te kind of thing. That's all. Then next class, we learn taha and all those things. So I thought at least I'll put that in front of you. Okay. So you can see the patterns there. Then it's more of a practice. It will be memorized and then we can talk about it. So this is like etat, etani.
Okay.
Okay. Tat,
Tat.
ani.
Ni.
Okay. And I hope you understand these are sarvanam padani, right? This, that kind of thing. Then another thing we have been using sarvanam padani is aham. Right?
I.
I.
Vayam.
So the Bahuvachanam for that is
Vayam.
Vayam.
Okay.
We.
So we. Okay. So now there's another word we have been using, but we have not discussed it. And do you see the reason why it is merged here?
So,
Singular,
Pullinga,
plural.
Strilinga,
Aham
all
is Strilinga
say
or
the same.
Pullinga or
Aham.
Aham and Vayam. Yeah.
It is in all the three lingas.
Yeah.
It is aham.
Aham.
Okay.
The Napusakalinga cannot be aham, right?
It can be.
It can be.
It can be. See, aham, don't think that it need to be a person
Living
always,
person.
right? I can create a story where, for example, there is a parnam.
Tree top. Yeah.
Okay. Parnam is a leaf, right? And the parnam is going to tell a story about itself.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
we can do all kind of literary experiments, right? So that's why it is there. If we use it or not, that's a different thing.
We can aham mitram, that can be used, right?
Aham.
Cannot?
Mitram. See, mitram is fine. Mitram is a nitya napunsakalinga, but aham, the person will be either a strilinga or a pullinga, right? So
All right.
you will have to use in that format aham there.
Okay.
Aham
Okay.
chatra. Is that
Okay.
right?
So, huh?
Aham chatra.
Chamyata, my
Chatra.
Shastra.
Chatraha. We
Chatra.
watch.
Chatra. Yeah. So now sarva. So one interesting thing happens in Sanskritam, right? Typically, all words have some base, some root format. Okay, and it is interesting to be aware of the root formats. Now, a lot of people think it is too early to tell you all those details, but I believe we should be aware that there is some root format, and from that root, the various words are derived. Okay, because and if you make it a habit by seeing a word, if you are able to figure out what is the root, then what happens? Your
Understanding.
analysis becomes very clear. Yeah, analysis, not only understanding, the analysis. Because many times you see the various formats, right? This te format here, taha format here, tani format here. The understanding, because okay, this is a napunsakalinga base where it is coming from, and there is something different. So that concept. Now, in fact, if you see all these three, they have a common base.
A.
Okay. No, the actual word is etad.
Eta.
Etad. Dakara. Ekara, takara, akara, dakara. Etad. Okay. So now when there are things which are applied to it to convert into a pullinga sabda, strilinga sabda, napunsakalinga sabda, that's how the transformations happen. The root form can be transformed in which linga you want, kind of thing. So there is a concept like that. So there I don't want to go in the details because they are little involved. But I thought I'll use that concept and use the root sarva. Okay, sarva is like all.
Oh.
Now, if I want to make it a pullinga sabda, what do you think? What will it become?
Sarvaha.
Exactly. Sarvaha. Okay. And if I want to
Sarva.
make it a strilinga sabda, then what will it become?
Sarva.
Sarva.
Exactly. Okay. If I want to make it a napunsakalinga sabda, then what will it become?
Sarvat. Sarvat.
Sarvam.
Sarvam.
Sarvam. Sarvam.
Okay. So this is the basic concept. So from a root, if I want to make multiple lingam words, I can actually do that. If you remember, right, we actually use the pullinga sabda for different people who are of doctor, this, that, and other. And then we tried to convert the strilinga. Then we took strilinga, made a pullinga sabda.
Yeah.
So that is possible because there is some base word and you apply something and then you make out the words out of it. Okay. So similarly here it is sarvaha, sarva, sarvam. So these are the three lingam here. Now let us look at the bahuvachanam of that. Right. So this I'll tell you. Okay, so this is,
Vaha.
what do you think?
Sarvaha.
Wow.
Hey,
Sarve.
Sarve. Yeah.
Survey.
Sarve bhavantu sukhina.
And now you see some pattern.
Yeah.
Sarve.
A.
Okay. Strilinga?
Sarva.
Sarvaha.
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 Yes.
Sarvani.
Sarva.
Sarvani.
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 The hard no, sir.
Oh, Sarvani or Sarvani? I think Sarvani only. Sarvani. No, I think. This will be, yeah,
Oh, why
Sarvani.
only this?
No, this now only, sir. You are correct. This is correct.
Oh,
You're correct, Andrei.
but why is
I
this
think
different?
when there is a refa, small
Right.
n becomes no.
So there is a rule that is called a Natvam rule. Okay, the rule is called Natvam. So this we'll talk a little more detail. But at this point in time, you can think of it if there is a refa or shakara. Okay, not the first, not the third, the second one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, or rakara,
Yeah.
Krishna, ra. So these three things, if they occur, and after that, if there is a nakara, okay,
And sir, no.
typically converts into nakara.
Nakar.
Okay, so that is a Natvam rule. So there is a rule there. So here again, there is a refa and there is a vakara, akara. A lot of things are there in between refa and the nakara. But the rule also, we'll see, there are some things which are allowed in between. Then still the nakara becomes nakara. Okay. So right now, that's okay. Let's not go in detail. We'll actually have a formal discussion on that rule. We'll go a little later and discuss on that. But just to see, you'll realize that typically the ani word is there. If you see the ani at the end, right? Ani is there, but then the nakara at times may become a nakara because of the refa and other things.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think about the anya?
Anye.
Anye.
First, tell me the pullinga ekvachanam.
Anyaha.
Anya.
And this?
Anye.
No. She's going to the plural.
Yeah.
Anya.
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 Anyam.
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 Okay.
Anyam.
I hope you see the pattern. So these sarvanam padani, this is the common pattern. Okay, so if you know a word, you can I can actually form all kind of words. Yeah. Now pullinga, bahuvachanam.
Anye.
Anye.
Anyaha.
Anyaha.
Anyani.
Anyani.
Anyami.
Anyani.
Yeah, because there is no refa or anything. Okay. So now we have used this. So I hope you are this eshaha, ete, saha, te, esha, etaha, sa, taha, etat, etani, tat, tani. This is registered here.
Not yet.
Okay, so please register. Please register because we are going to use them. Okay. So for example, now if you remember, we have used those with pictures. For example, there is a pullinga sabda granthaha. Then if you want to say this granthaha or that granthaha, so what will you say?
Saha grantaha.
Eshaha.
Grantaha. Saha grantaha.
Eshaha granthaha.
Saha grantaha.
Sahagranta.
Saha.
Sahagranta.
Taha. Correct.
Yeah.
So this is like a book, or not a book actually. Grantha is like. Okay, we understand what.
Yeah, grantha.
Some scripture or something.
Yeah, correct. So this is a scripture. That is a scripture. Now, if I want to say there are scriptures, many scriptures. Okay. So how will you say that?
Ete grante.
Te grante.
Ete
grantha.
Grante. Grante.
So now that a thing in Pullinga was for Sarvanam Padani.
Yeah.
For Nam Padani, it is actually Granthaha.
Yeah, Granta. Ete Grantaha. Yes.
Okay. And so here it will become
Sa.
No, te.
Granthani.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
Grantani.
Grantha is a Pullinga Sabda.
Yeah. Oh, Grantaha.
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 Oh, you already have Grantaha there. Ete Grantaha, te
Ete
Grantaha.
Grantaha.
Any doubts? Or clear?
Mahodaya, can you just please explain the table once in brief? Just joined in late.
Okay. So basically, I have just said that Esaha, Saha, Esha, Sa, Etat, Tat. We have learned already these words, right?
Yes, Mahodaya.
So right now what we are doing is we are doing the Bahuvachanam of them. Okay. Those were Ekvachanam. Now Bahuvachanam is 3 or more. In Sanskritam, Bahuvachanam is 3 or more. So this becomes these. Okay. Now again, for these, there is another word that we'll cover little later. Right now we are doing Ekvachanam and Bahuvachanam, which is more. So this is like Ete, this is Te.
So in a common practice, instead of Dvivachanam, we can go to Bahuvachanam.
Yeah, in general, see, we are generally talking about more, right? So we don't know 2 or not. So then we use Bahuvachanam only.
In specific cases only, we use Dvivachanam.
Yeah, when we know it is 2, then we have to use the Dvivachanam. We should use the Dvivachanam. We should not use the Bahuvachanam.
Okay.
Okay, for a simple example, there is a word called Netra, right? It's a Napunsakalinga Sabdaha.
Yeah.
Netram.
Yeah.
So what is Netram?
Eyes.
Eyes. Now we have 2 eyes only, right?
Yeah.
So now, if you see, what is the Bahuvachanam of Netra? Netram.
Netre.
Huh?
Which
Netrani.
is it?
Netrani.
Netrani.
Netrani. Netrani.
Because there is a refa. So Netrani.
Netrani.
Okay, Nakara.
But for Lord
So,
Shiva, we can use Bahuvachanam.
But Netrani, generally, we all are there, all our eyes, right? So Netrani is okay. But if I refer to a person, I typically won't say Netrani. He has 2 Netras only, right?
Yeah.
So then you will say Netre.
Netre.
So again, don't get into that right now. We will come later. But there are Dvivachana forms are also there. So we have
just to understand, anything that comes in 2, like a pair, that has to be Dvivachanam.
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly.
And even the noun has a Dvivachanam form other than, okay.
See, Vachanam is, wherever the Vachanam is there, it is Ekvachanam, Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam. It is always like.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Netra, I just gave an example that here, if I am talking to a person, I'm talking about his eyes, I have to use a Dvivachanam. I can't use any other thing.
Yeah.
I just took an example as an example. Okay. But it is applicable everywhere. You will see that. So someone said, no, joined late and you want to repeat. Who was that?
Asha Mahodaya.
Asha Mahodaya. Okay. So are you clear about the table now, Asha Mahodaya?
Yes, Mahodaya.
Yeah. So here also similarly, Sarvaha, Sarve, Sarva, Sarvaha, Sarvam, Sarvani. Similarly, this Anya word we have just created. Aham, Vayam is like all 3 linga, it is same. That's what we have done. So now what we are doing is we are trying to use the table, basically these words, the above ones, and trying to say, we have told, you have used that with the singular words, like Eshaha Grantaha, Saha Grantaha. Now we want to use it plural. So that's what we did. Ete Grantaha. Te Grantaha. Okay. So similarly, now we will use with Nanakam. What is Nanakam?
Coin.
Coin.
Which linga it is?
Napusakalinga.
Exactly. So what will you use here?
Etat.
Etat. Nanakam. Okay.
Nanakam.
Tat nanakam.
Yeah, Tat Nanakam.
nanakam, etani nanakam, tani nanakam.
Okay, tat nanakam. And now if I want to use bahuvachanam,
Etani,
etani,
Tani,
etani,
Nadakani,
Nalaka.
nanakani.
nanakani. Okay. Nanak,
Tani, Nanakani.
tani,
Nanakani. Nanakani.
Nanakani.
Nanakani.
Nanakani.
Nanakani.
First one is anakara, second one is nakara. Nanakani. Okay. Any doubts or clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a Strilinga Sabda, Agraja.
Agraja.
Agraja is
Elder sister.
Sister.
Samyak. Yeah, so
Esha Agraja.
Esha Agraja.
Agraja.
Sa Agraja.
Sa Agraja. Agraja. Oh, Sa Agraja.
So now I want to elder sisters.
Sa,
Sa.
no, Eshaha. Sorry,
Taha,
Etaha.
Etaha.
Eta.
Agrajani.
Agraja.
Agraja.
Jaha. Jaha. Agraja.
Jaha.
Oh my God.
Okay, so if you see the pulling of pulling and Strilinga Sabda is very similar.
Yeah. Aha. Indeed. Yeah.
Okay, but only for Nampadani, not Sarvanam Padani.
Yeah.
Sa Agraja.
So here,
Agraja.
Agraja.
Ha.
Agrajaha.
Agraja.
That's a lot.
huh?
A lot.
Oh, so shall I not tell you anything more?
No, please.
See, I thought I'll tell you for different formats today, all this pulling a sabda.
Yeah.
I'll just give a basic table and then we'll spend a lot of time on practicing. Okay. So I know the information which I'm going to share, it might look a lot. Don't worry about it. We'll spend time on practicing it. In fact, what I'm thinking of, I'll give apart from the Google Classroom thing, I'll give you something for practicing on your own as well.
Perfect.
That's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Because somehow the way we are going, no, I felt that you are picking up the patterns pretty well. So I thought I can give you patterns together, because when you see things together, no, you can see the relation between them.
Yeah.
If I give you just alone thing, then it doesn't, the relation is not evident.
Cogency will not be.
Yeah. So that's the reason I actually, we had a guideline internally. We were discussing, we'll talk only about this part. But then I thought that is fine, but let me give the pattern in front of you first. Then it will make
And
sense.
then work. Yeah.
Yeah. So any doubts in these three lines?
Nope.
Okay. So now if you notice, what is the speciality in these words? The Granthaha, Nanaka, Agraja. Any peculiarity you observe there? So what was the root word here in the first one?
Pullinga.
Ether.
No, I'm talking about the Pullinga, the Nampadani.
Namapadam.
Told us something with the third.
Yeah. This is the root word.
Grantha.
Okay.
Dhatu.
What about the root word here? Second line.
Nanakam.
The root
Nanak.
word is
Nanak. Nanak.
Nanaka.
Yeah.
So it's a Nanaka, right?
Nanaka is the root word.
Nanaka. Yeah.
Nanaka.
Okay. Here,
Agraja.
Agraja is the root word.
Agraja.
Okay. So now, see, in Sanskritam, what happens? The ending makes a lot of difference. How a root word ends, based on that, a lot of things changes. That's why the different formats. You may at times think, oh, why the format is different? Why did it become different word? it is very matching same thing, but it is different Y kind of thing. For example, a very simple thing here, right? Here, sarva was the root word. It became sarvaha, sarve, sarva, sarva. But here, esha, it became
Ete.
ete. Where did the takara come from? Right? It looks really weird. There is no, I don't see a pattern. Ekara, I see the pattern, but takara came from. Now the point is because the root word is actually etad. There is a takara there at the end.
Like etat in the Napunsalinga?
No, dakara.
Dakara.
Not takara.
Etad.
Tad. Okay.
Okay. So if you want to see, this is the root.
Oh, etad. Okay.
Tad.
Okay.
And this the root word is here.
Tad. Okay.
Okay. Now, so in that case, what is the last letter in this?
Dakara.
Dakara. Yeah.
Okay. And here also dakara. So that's why, because of that, the format has become different.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, what was the root word?
Sarva.
Sarva. So what is the last letter here?
Sarvaha.
Refa.
Va.
Va. Va.
Va. Va.
Ra. Ah.
Va.
Akara.
Pakara.
Akara.
Akara. Okay.
Akara.
Sarvaha. Akara.
Sarva.
See, now you know why we did spend time in splitting the words and understanding, right? Okay. What about this?
Akara.
Anya.
Anya. Akara.
Here also is akara.
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 Okay. Again, that's fine. Just to get you feel, I don't want you to remember at this point in time, at least for these words. That's okay. We can just. So there is a difference. Please understand the last letter makes a lot of difference. The last letter has a lot of significance. When we talk about Sanskritam, the last letter makes a lot of difference. So now here, if you see, what is the last letter? Antim varna kaha.
Akara. Akara.
Grantaha.
Akara.
Atra api antim varna akara.
Akara.
Okay, I hope you are getting my Sanskrit.
Yes.
Atra api antim varna akara.
Akara.
Atra antim varna kaha.
Akara.
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 Okay, and depending on that, the things change. Now, let us look into more of Nam Padani. So here I have categorized few Nam Padani. Okay. So what I've done is, this is the Pullinga column. This is the Strilinga column. This is the Napunsakalinga column. Okay. And I've written the root words here. Excuse me. So Rama is the root word. Okay. So what is the ending letter? Antim
Ramaha. Visarga. Visarga. Ramaha.
Akara.
Akara.
Oh, the last word. Akara. Yeah.
Okay. Now when root word has ending akara, the Pullinga Shabda becomes Ramaha.
Ramaha.
Okay.
See, root word is a root. That is,
Ram.
root has no linga and other. You don't talk of all those things. Root is a root. So when the root word we add visarga, basically if it is a root word, we want to make a Pullinga, we add the visarga there. Okay. And typically there is no root word Strilinga which has a akara ending.
Akara.
Okay, so that's why I kept it blank here.
Okay.
And then there is a root word in Napunsakalinga which has a akara ending. In fact, above also we saw Nanaka.
Yeah, no.
Right, but the more common we use is Jnana. Jnana. Okay, so if it is Jnana, then what happens?
Makara.
That's how the Napunsakalinga word is formed. Okay, and now this you can register. It is always, these rules are always there. If akara ending Pullinga Sabda, you form the Pullinga with the Visarga. If akara ending Napunsaka Sabda, you form with Makara.
Okay. How do you know which is the root? How do you recognize the root word? How do you recognize the root?
See, many words we have in our own mother tongue vocabulary, and then it's a more of vocab building. Okay, and you'll start realizing. See, right now it looks like, oh, you're telling so many things. How will I figure out? But gradually you'll figure out by seeing it. Okay, I can feel that. You will get that feeling. Okay, so then akaranta. Typically, there are no pullinga and napunsakalinga sabda. Typically. Now you may argue back. No, there is one. Any from our words we have learned till now? Is there any akaranta pullinga sabda? No. Okay. Typically not. Okay. So akaranta is a strilinga sabda.
Brata, sir. Sorry, sir. Brata.
I was expecting someone to tell that. Okay, but still that is not a akaranta pullinga sabda. We'll come to that. That is not. Okay. Now you'll say brata is akara. Why you're saying? We'll come to that. Okay, just hold on. We'll see that. So now akaranta, typically there is a strilinga sabda. Example is Rama. Okay, and the root is same. The form of word also is same. They remain same. They don't change. Okay. Then, so I'm going like akara, I'm going in that order if you see, right? Then ikara, harso ikara. So there is, in this, you have words in all the three. So if you see hari sabda, that is a pullinga sabda. Mati sabda is a strilinga sabda.
Strilinga.
Vari sabda is a napunsakalinga sabda. Okay. So do you know what do you mean by Hari?
Hari, God.
Yeah.
Hari.
Mati?
Mati is
Mati. Mati.
Mind.
Our it's like we say, like
intellect.
Buddhi or something like that. Yeah.
Buddhi.
Vari?
Buddhimattam.
Vari?
Vari?
Enemy?
Vari is
Enemy?
a person.
No, that is not Vari.
Vari.
Vari is a person.
Yellow.
Water?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yellow.
Rain, water.
Oh.
Okay. So now, if you want to form a pullinga sabda, because these are the roots kind of thing. We want to form the pullinga sabda, then you will have to add a visarga, harihi.
Harihi.
Okay. Even strilinga, you have to add a visarga to make a strilinga sabda. Okay. That's why if you remember, I told you, don't assume that visarga means pullinga. It's not like
pullinga.
that. Okay. So this is a strilinga.
So that Yuvatiha question is answered.
Yeah. So Yuvatihi, if it is Asvaikara, it can be a Visarga there. Okay. Vari, if it is the Napunsakalinga Sabda, it remains as is.
No change.
No change. Okay. Now if it is a Dirghaikara, Gauri. Okay. And Dirghaikara, typically you don't have any other Pullinga and Napunsakalinga Sabda. And it will remain Gauri. Okay. Now, in these four things, do you see some pattern? About the Strilinga Sabda, which are only Strilinga typically.
With the A and E, there is
what is the commonality between those two?
There is
no change.
Strilinga and no Husva.
No change, and they are Dirgha.
Dirgha.
So Dirgha, you see they have a Strilinga pattern.
Gauri.
Dirgha. Dirgha swaras. Don't change.
No change, and they typically are Strilinga words. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought I'll create this table. This will give you a lot of interesting patterns to observe. Then there is a Rasva Ukara. Guru. Okay, so this is a Pullinga Sabda. Hinu, the Strilinga Sabda. Madhu is a Napunsakalinga Sabda. So what is Guru? I believe all of you know. What is Dhenu?
Teacher. Yeah.
Dhenu?
Cow.
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 Madhu?
Honey.
Kamadhenu. Yeah.
Kamadhenu, yeah, that is here. So Guru, what do you think? Any guesses? What will be the Pullinga form?
Guruhu.
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 What about this?
Denuhu.
Huh?
Denuhu.
No change.
No, Dhenuhu.
Dena.
No, Denuhu.
Denu.
Observe
Oh,
this.
sheesh. Ah, like the
Yeah, like same.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Raswa, right?
okay. Hriswa becomes okay.
Short. Okay.
Yeah.
Hriswa, yeah. Oh,
What about this?
Madhu.
Same, remains same.
Remains as
Same.
Remains same. Exactly. Samyak eva. You have become expert already. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see the Dirgha Ukara. Vadhu. Okay. Again, Dirgha. So that is typically only Strilinga.
Really.
And what is the
feminine.
This is the root. What is the
Strilinga.
what is the
Visarga to be added.
Aha, Visarga. Oh, it doesn't change at all.
No change.
No change. So it remains.
Vadhu, yeah.
Okay.
So Dirgha, no change.
Yeah.
And basically only the feminine have Dirghas.
Yes. Exactly. Okay. That's why you see very commonly that for Strilinga Sabda, we are using as is. Most of the common times we came with Akara only, right? The Strilinga Sabda.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is
Or
the reason.
Vikara.
So because there is an inherent pattern there. It's just that we first talked about all those things. Now, if you see this pattern, you can connect those things. Okay. Then after Dirgha Ukara, Rakara. Rakara. Okay.
Matru.
Pitri.
Matru.
Pitra.
Pitru.
Matra.
Truhu.
Now, you understand what is the last Antim Varna Kaha?
Rakara.
Rakara.
Rikara. Rikara.
Rakara.
And
Rakara.
obviously there is no Napunsakalinga Sabda for Rakara, if I remember correct. There might be, but maybe at this point in time, let's not.
Kartru. No. Kartru is not Napumsakalinga.
Not bring that here right now. So now this is the root root word. But what is the Pullinga Sabda?
Pitruhu.
Pitru.
Don't forget about this.
Pitruhu.
Forget about all those things. Just think
Pitruhu.
of it. What do you use for father?
Pita.
Visarga.
Pita.
Pita. Okay. Now this looks very weird. The root word is this,
No Pitaha.
but
Yeah.
it became Pita. No Pitaha. Pita only. Okay.
Sir, I don't get it.
I'm slightly confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all these were clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So in fact, let me put the root words here. So these are the root words here. Okay. So then you will be clear about that.
Jnana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jnana.
Rama. No change.
Rama.
Hari.
Hari. Hari. Harihi.
Mati.
Mati. Matihi. Vari. No change.
Ari.
Gauri. No change.
Yeah.
Guru. Guruha.
Guruhu.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We discussed that.
Guruhu.
Yes. We had the doubt a long time back. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go revise our document if you're telling like
Denu.
that.
Madhu. The same.
Yeah. Okay. So here, the root word is pitra, but the pulling a form of that is pita.
Is Pita.
Pitra.
Okay.
Pitra. Pita.
What do you think of this?
Mata.
Matru.
Yeah. Okay.
Mata.
Now, I have a question. What is the root form of bhrata?
Brat.
Atra.
Bratru.
Bratru.
Patru.
Bratra.
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 Yeah. That's
Right.
tra.
So
So
now
that's why brata.
Brata is not akaranta pullinga sabda. Okay. It is a rikaranta pullinga shabda.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And again, you see a format. Whenever rikaranta, typically it is a ending.
Hmm.
So now you may doubt if it is a ending, how do I know it is a rikaranta or akaranta?
Go to the root word and
That's why I said, how do you know the roots? Yeah. Yeah, that's what. But how do you know the root?
Yeah. So see, it's a building of vocabulary. So now immediately, next time I'm sure, as soon as mata or pita comes or brata comes to your mind, you will remember pitra, brata, bratra,
Yeah.
That's how you pick it up. It's not, see, there is not rocket science. There is not too many things. Do you know how many basic roots are there in Sanskritam?
No.
Few thousands.
Around 2000. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. You whole language, everything is created with those roots. So, if you practice enough, if you start using it, after some time, and most commonly used the roots are basically within 100, you will count it. You won't go beyond that also. Most commonly used ones.
But Mahodaya, in spoken in day to day, we don't use pita. We use pitru only, like pitru dosham, pitru tarpanam. We don't use pita dosham.
Can you tell me a single? See, you are using with another word.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Can you
compound.
tell me a single word
Sanyukta.
where you are using pitri?
Yeah, that's it's a mixed one. It's a what's
Yeah.
it? Combined
Yeah,
word.
it's a compound, double word. Yeah.
Double word. So then there are reasons where
Yeah.
you have to pick up the root word, not the pulling us, because you are making it another word.
Yeah.
So when you make word, you have to use the roots.
Only pita is a pullinga. Anything that connects with pita is it has to come with pitru.
No.
Pitra,
That becomes a different word altogether, right?
Yeah.
Word or
Then pitra dosha, that
Pitra
dosha
dosha.
is like a pulling a sabdana. So pitra
Yeah.
dosha is a single word.
yeah.
Correct. So from root you can do a lot of formation, lot of things you can do. So I am talking about
And the linga.
Pardon?
And the linga
Dosha.
takes the root word linga. Like you said, Prikta
Again,
dosham it is, but
let's
Prikta
not
dosh.
get into that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We'll come to it. We'll come to all those things, but this is the basic.
Okay.
This is a basic word, basic lingam. That's what I'm creating. Okay. So then after rikaranta, then it is like ekaranta, ikaranta.
Okay.
So there are ekaranta, there is only one or two words. So right now I'm not bringing those in. Okaranta, there is typically one word, this go. Okay. Aukara, very rarely we have not used as such kind of thing. So that's all. So okaranta, go. What is go?
Cow.
Yeah. So now when you form it, again, the go word can be used both in Strilinga and Pullinga. Okay. And when you form the Pullinga and Strilinga word, it actually becomes, any idea?
Remains the same. I think.
No.
Gau.
No.
Gau.
Gau. Gau. Gau.
Gauhu.
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 Okay. So that's all.
So Gauhu is Strilinga or Pullinga or both?
Dvayoho api.
Oh, both.
Just see, I have merged these columns.
Yeah. Oh.
Depends on your usage.
Yeah. So it can be a cow, it can be a bull.
Oh.
Dhenu is only Strilinga.
Yeah.
So any doubts, any questions on this table?
We
Very
have
nice.
to work on this. Yeah. We need to spend time on this.
Yeah.
Sir, for Guru, it's not for Striling. For female Guru, it is also Guru.
No. There is another word for it. See,
Guruvani.
in general, we use Guru. That's okay. That is fine. Guru is a representation, actually. Okay.
Yes.
From that angle, we use Guru for general terms. So that is okay. But there is a Guru and Guru Strilinga form also. Different word is there. Okay. But in general, it's okay. That's fine. As another thing I told you, if you remember, right? A word having a Napunsaka Linga, Strilinga, Pullinga doesn't really mean the person representing that need to be of that linga. Right? Mitram. Mitram is a Napunsaka Linga Sabda. Now Mitra will be either a Strilinga or Pullinga, right?
Pulling. Yeah.
So don't always associate that whenever you have a Napunsaka Linga Sabda or a Strilinga Sabda or a Pullinga Sabda, it has to be that person like that. Not necessary.
Now that you explained to us, sir. You said it's either a bit of both or of neither.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
So it is not hard coded. In general, it follows the rule. That is okay. Okay. In general, it follows. We saw. Generally, if I'm using, for example, if I'm using a karma karaha, then it is a pullinga. Karma kari, then I make it strilinga. In general, it is followed. But there are special cases where it can be used in general. Mitram is one. Guru, in general, we use for both. But again, there is actually a word, Strilinga Sabda for Guru also. Okay. So any doubts, any questions here? All clear?
No.
Okay. Now you may be wondering, why did I tell you all these things? We were talking Bahuvachanam, right?
How to make Bahuvachanam.
Exactly. You need to have this basics to understand how to make a Bahuvachanam. Okay, let us see. So what is the Bahuvachanam of Ramaha?
Ramaha.
Rame.
Is it a Sarvanam Padani or Nam Padani?
The Nam Padani.
Nam Padani.
Oh, Nam Padani. Yeah.
Ah.
Ramaha.
Rama.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now I'll go to the word.
Lot of information, sir. Information overload today. That's good.
Rama.
So shall I not tell you today?
No, it's good.
So my thought was I'll at least tell you the table today, then we'll spend few classes discussing this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No,
Go
good, sir.
ahead.
So we can work on this at home. So come prepared for the next class.
Okay.
It's good.
So Ramaha. What do you think of Jnanam? Bahuvachanam?
Jnanani.
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 Jnana.
Like Anyani. Or like Nanakani.
Yeah, exactly. Nanakani. Okay. What about this?
Rama.
Ramaha.
Rama.
Who Samyak?
Like Agraja.
Ramaha.
Okay. What do you think of this?
Yeah. We can
Hari.
say
Hare.
Hariyam.
Hari.
Ah.
Harauhi.
Hare. Hariya.
Hariyaha.
Hariyaha.
Araya.
Arayaha.
Hariyaha.
Hariyaha.
Okay. So if you want to understand what happened here, see, if you see these things, actually the akara got replaced by akara.
Akara. Yeah.
Okay. Here akara got replaced by ani.
Ani. Yeah.
Here also akara got replaced by akara. Here ikara got replaced.
By ya.
Typically, if you
Yeah.
see, it is the effect on the last letter. Do you see that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
That's why the
Ikara.
last letter is important, because the transformation happens on the last letter. So here,
Mataya.
ikara got
Hariyaha.
replaced by what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Na. Let me write it down.
Mataya.
E with A.
Haraya.
So this was
Hari.
Hari was the root word,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in this, finally you got Haraya.
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 Right. Visarga remains there.
Yeah.
That is okay. So Haraya. So now, what are the letters in this Hari word? Can you tell me?
Hakara plus Akara.
Plus Akara.
Hara, plus
Plus
Refa.
Refa
Plus
plus
Refa
Ikara.
plus Ikara.
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 Okay.
Plus.
What
Yeah.
about this?
Hakara plus Akara.
Akara.
Refa plus
Refa
Akara.
plus Akara.
Hara, plus
Plus
Yakara.
plus Akara.
Plus
Ikara plus
Yakara plus
Akara.
Yakara plus Akara.
Akara.
No, is that Yakara is Ikara plus Akara?
Pardon?
Is it not E plus A becomes Ya?
Oh, you are telling this becomes this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us not go into that. But right now we are just trying to see what got replaced with what.
Yeah.
So the Ikara got, if you see the Ha, A, Ra, these first three letters are same here.
Same. Yeah.
The last Ikara got replaced by what?
Akara plus Yakara plus Sakara. Wow. Oh my God.
Okay. So now, if you want to abbreviate it,
It's E.
correct?
Yeah.
Ikara got replaced by Aya.
Yeah. Aya.
So if you are clear about this breaking, it becomes very easy for you to apply the rule.
Expand it and show it up, please.
Again.
No, there are two steps in this.
Yeah.
You are doing it in two steps. Exactly.
Yeah. Refa plus.
And then is equal to and then combine, please.
Yeah. When you send us the text, yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Plus Refa, that remains the same. And then that becomes
Yeah.
Aya.
Exactly.
Aya.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one question there. Does it not change the meaning from Hara to Hari to Hara? I mean, one is, does it not make it from Vishnu to Shiva? I mean, just a doubt.
No.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Hari is different. Hara
The
is
word is not Hara. The word is Haraya.
Hara. What is the root word of Hara?
Hari.
Hara is Shiva. Hari is Vishnu.
Only Hara.
Hara is Shiva, right? Correct. So what is the ending letter there?
Refa.
Akara.
Akara. See, after these many classes, if you don't tell me this correctly, then
Yeah, sorry.
it is Akara. Okay. So if it is Akara, if I want to make pulling of Hara, what will it become?
Visarga.
Araha.
Araha.
Pullinga by Araha.
Araha.
Hara.
Yeah.
So if I am seeing Harayaha, it would have been Hari only.
Hari. Okay.
There is no chance of confusion in general, okay? See, now you know why the root word becomes important.
So important.
Mahodaya, I'm still stuck at how did Ramaha become Ramaha? Sorry about that.
Don't worry, none of us have it here.
You tell me, Mahodaya.
Linga, Rama,
Rajesh.
Mahodaya.
Rajesh Mahodaya.
Akara.
Not all. Rajesh Mahodaya.
Plus Akara plus Makara plus Akara.
Right. Now, I want to do Ramaha. So, tell me breakup of this. Sorry.
No, why, how did Ramaha came first in the first place?
No, first you break up.
Okay, Rakara.
Refa.
Repa plus Akara plus Makara.
Yeah.
Plus Akara.
Okay. So now what is the change?
Akara.
This became Akara.
Akara.
Right. So for akara, the conversion is to akara. That's how the pullinga sabda changes happen. Okay, right now I have not told you the rule. How did akara became akara? The idea, right now I just settled that for akara, the pullinga will be akara.
Okay.
Ikara, it will be ay. Ikara, the raswa ikara will be replaced by ay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so that is the rule.
How these are done. That is, and I'm not going to tell you. Okay, right now.
It's what they call akaranta, ikaranta, is it?
Huh?
It's what they call akaranta, ikaranta. Akaranta, it becomes a. Ikaranta, it becomes ya.
I, not ya.
I.
Aya. In fact, not I.
Aya.
Okay. Fine. So for this, can anyone guess?
Matayaha.
Mati.
Similarly.
Yeah. Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. What about this? This is little.
Varaya.
Varini.
Varaya.
Bahu samyak.
Varini.
Oh,
Okay.
Vari.
It becomes dirgha ika.
It becomes easy. So ikara, raswa ikara changes by ini.
Too many things, sir, today.
Would you mind, Anil Mahodaya, put the formula?
Okay.
It's almost like mathematics formula.
Yeah.
Vari. Vakara.
Plus akara.
Akara. Refa.
Refa. Plus
Ikara.
Shamyatam.
Akara. Refa. Ikara.
Plus ikara. Okay.
Varini. Vakara.
Varini.
Akara.
Akara.
Refa. Ikara.
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 Nakara plus ikara.
So actually, if you see, it is this only.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because of
Sounds
Nadom,
like
it
me.
will change. Because there is a refa here.
Yeah, because of the refa.
Refa, you said.
Not just with Refa and Na that it becomes No.
That's what the nakara.
Something else he said.
The nakara becomes a
Nakara.
nakara if it is, if before it there is a refa or rakara or shakara, these three letters.
Yakshini.
Any other
The Shankar
with
Shakara.
Refa. If
Yakshini,
before it is
Varini.
Refa and
Sir,
then
what
any
are the
other-
3 letters?
Yeah. It is
Refa.
refa. Okay. Or rikara. Or
Shakara. Oh, this Sha.
Oh, Shah.
Sha. Sha. I thought it was
Okay, got
Shankar Sha.
example.
Okay.
Example.
Krishna.
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 Actually it is this.
Krish.
Okay, but because of the shakara there, it becomes this.
Krishna.
Oh.
So there are a lot of, so we'll go to the Nartam rule a little later. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm not going to tell you right now, but just give an idea. That is part of our discussion. Nartam rule. Today we have, we are mainly focused on Bahuvachanam. Our main idea is Bahuvachanam today. So here the Ikara got replaced by Ini. Ini. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So again, don't worry. See, if you are getting the concept, then it's okay. Right now, don't think you need to remember all. Okay, right now, don't worry about that. We'll practice, we'll revise. I thought today I'll take the whole session just to have the table in front of us. So when we talk about all these things next, we can very easily pick up things.
Inshallah.
Okay, that is the only intention here. So maybe I'll bring this down. Okay, let me bring it at the bottom as a reference here.
Yeah.
So in fact, whatever missing, I'll add there. So shall I tell more or shall I stop at this?
No, continues.
Okay. See, don't forget one thing. We are just trying to create the Bahuvachanam. That's all we are doing. Again, different formats, different endings. So we have different words coming in there. That's okay. But the concept is same. Okay. So for Gauri.
Same.
Any idea?
E ending.
So I'm just asking from whatever Sanskritam you know. Have you heard about any word which is ending in E? Like Nadi is also Dirgha.
Nadi, yeah.
So have you come across plurals of those, Bahuvachanam of those?
Nadya.
Nadyaha.
Yeah.
Gaur. Yeah.
Gauryaha.
Gauryaha.
Gauryaha. Nadyaha. Gauryaha.
Nadyaha.
Nadyaha. Samyak. Nadyaha.
Nadyaha. Gauryaha.
So here Dirgha Ikara got replaced by
Yeah.
Yaha.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Harsvaikara, it was Aya.
This is Yaha.
It is Ya. Only Ya.
Only Ya.
That's why it became Gauryaha. Otherwise, it would have become Gaurayaha, right?
Yeah, the Refa. Okay. Oh.
At least once a day we need to go to this table. At least once a day we need to go to this table.
Your voice is breaking. I couldn't hear you. Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Now you are, but you were out. It was disappeared for some time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I couldn't hear. What was someone saying something?
Shanta Mahoday.
It's just saying at least once a day we have to go through this table for it to really sink in.
Yeah.
What, once a day? Many times in a day.
No, once a day you go every day. Once a day, every day you go.
Okay, till the next class, yes.
Yeah.
Once every hour.
Anil Mahodaya?
Yeah.
I remember when I was small, my father used to teach someone Sanskrit. He used to give this patterns. Ramo, Rama, Rama, something like that. So is there something like that you give us for practicing?
So we'll come to that.
I'm coming to that. Coming to that.
Declensions, no?
I thought it is the same. It comes in the same section, like a.
It is same thing only.
Okay.
We are evolving that. We are coming to that.
Okay.
See, that
is nice to know how it is formed. Yeah.
Because people were asking how to practice, right? I think there were some patterns to do.
Yeah. So see, when we are kids, if our parents told this is there, you remember, mug it up.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't question. We just mug it up.
Yeah.
Right. When we are adults, why this? Why that?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm bringing you in from a different angle. First telling you why. Don't ask me questions, okay?
Shows that the memory retention is better as children. Now we really cannot mug up unless we understand. That's a problem.
Exactly,
we need to have the reasoning. Yeah.
So I just put it across in a more humorous way. That's what adults now, we don't listen to our parents, right? We will do whatever we want. Okay, just kidding on that. And so now, Guruhu, do you know the plural of that? Bahuvachanam?
Guruvaha.
Samyak.
Guruvaha.
Somebody knows the plurals already.
Looks like. What about Dhenu?
Same Denvaha.
No.
Or they are probably checking at the dictionary. Sanskrit dictionary.
What about Madhu?
Right now.
Madhuvaha.
No.
Something Ani.
Madhuvani.
Madhuri. Madhurini.
Madhuvani.
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 Madhurini.
Madhuvani.
Madhuvani.
Madhana.
What happened here?
Madhurini.
Madhurini. Madhu.
Madhuni.
Madhuni.
Madhuni. Madini.
Madhuni.
Madhuni. Madhuni.
It becomes.
Do you see the pattern?
Rini. Varini. Madhuni.
The Harsva E became the Dirgha. So Harsva U became the
Dirgha.
Okay.
Yeah. Underline all those.
Actually, if you write that formula, it will come.
Yeah. That is
We
the
have to do the
exercise
formula
to you.
ourselves.
That is the exercise to you.
Yeah, we have to do the formula ourselves.
Okay, in fact, I'll write it down, but before that, you try that first yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be a good exercise.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So what do you think about Vadhu?
Yeah.
Vadhuau.
Where is Vadhu? The screen is not.
Vadhuau, right?
Wait.
Madhuriyaha. I thought
Did
it
you
was
notice one
Vadhu.
pattern when it was a Raswaikara?
Yeah.
What is the new letter which got introduced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Aya.
This is Ukara. What is the new letter which got introduced?
Vakara.
Akara.
Here it will be Vakara. But again, for Dirgha, you see the pattern.
Yeah.
It was just Ya.
Yeah.
So here it should be.
Vadur.
Vadhuvaha.
Vaha will get replaced by Va.
Yeah.
Vadurvaha.
Where is the Refa coming from?
Where is the Refa? Why?
Vadhuyaha.
Vadhu.
Vadhuvaha.
This is
Vadhuvaha.
this is
Come, no?
this is this, right?
Vaha.
Correct.
Vadvaha.
This is this. Now Ukara needs to replace by what?
Vaha.
Vaha.
Vadvaha.
Vadvaha. Oh wow.
Vadvaha.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Mind-boggling.
Goodness.
Going to be very busy today. If you send us the thing. Yeah.
We'll have to write the formulas ourselves. Formulas that like integral calculus.
No, he says figure it out yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, we have done few. Now you know how to figure it out, right?
No, not really.
Why? You just pick it up, right?
You're giving us too much credit, sir.
You know how to break it up.
Overestimation.
Yeah, dead. Highly overestimating.
Anil Mahadev, we may be able to analyze what you have written, but will we be able to develop it ourselves? We require practice, I guess.
Yes.
No. My point is very simple. Given these words, can you break up and see what got replaced to by what?
Correct. Analyze. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I want.
Yeah.
As soon as you do that, you can create your own table.
Correct.
That for Bahuvachana, this gets replaced by this, this
Correct.
gets replaced by this, this gets
Correct.
replaced by this.
Correct.
We're trying to find a shortcut, you tell us.
For all Ukaranta Striling, this will be the formula. For all Akaranta Pulling, this will be the formula, and so on.
Correct. Okay. So this.
Bhagwati, my class में हूँ बाद में phone कर. Okay.
So what do you think about this? Now I'll give a. I'm worried. I'm giving too much of information.
Yes, sir. Lot of information overload. Sir. Overload. Yeah. Actually crashing already.
Okay, so I'll not.
No, but tell us.
Totally
Finish
Complete this table, sir.
Yeah, we'll complete it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, you got 10 minutes, so I think we'll finish this.
Pita will become
Okay.
Pita.
No, but we have to go with the root, no? Pitru.
Yeah, Pitra. Pitra. Yeah, Ra. So this. Aha. Yeah, for that also he gave it with Refa. Yeah. Pitru. What did it become?
Oh, okay.
So Ra.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Pitra. Pitraha.
Pitaraha.
Okay. That's an interesting phenomenon.
I hope you got what I'm trying to
That
tell
is
you.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
If it ends
interesting.
with E, U, Ru, Lu,
And Ra. These are the, yeah. Okay,
start
so
with
we
Ya,
need to
Wa,
have
Ra,
Refa there.
So now you know that why this Yavarala is like a one set.
Ah, yeah. Right. Something Upayogava, something it said.
Only when we say you're a lover rather than you're a.
Yeah. But if you go to
Yeah.
Maheshwar Sutrani, which I have not taught,
Oh.
it is actually Yavarala.
I see. Okay.
Yavarala. Oh,
Yeah,
oh
when I was
this is
small, I
this is
used to-
very good. Yeah.
I used to make a mistake, and it was very honest. I used to say Yavarala instead of Yaralava.
Ah, no, you were good.
Without knowing, I was making an honest mistake.
You
So now
didn't
can
go to Hindi lessons. Yeah.
So can you tell me what is Pullinga,
So with the-
Bahuvachanam of Pita?
Okay. So, Pitaraha.
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 I hope that makes sense now.
Yes.
Mata.
Taraha.
Mataraha.
Pitara.
Mataraha.
This we got, sir. This was
Finally.
That's because the
finally
formula was
something.
there.
Yeah,
I have one
right
question.
there. Yeah.
Anil Mahodaya,
Yeah?
ek prashnani.
Prichatu.
Mataram. Where does that come?
We'll
Even
come.
Mata.
We'll come. You have to have patience.
Okay.
We'll come to that. Right now, we are just talking about the Bahuvachanam normal one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is enough. Yeah. You
We'll
didn't give
come
her
to
out.
all those formats. Okay. This I'll tell you.
Gauvaha.
Gavaha.
There is some
Gavaha.
other rule actually.
Okay.
This is one odd one. We can
Yeah.
just keep in mind. Yeah.
We'll forget it for now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so that's all I want to tell you.
Dhanyavada, sir. Very interesting today.
Actually,
Yeah.
this building up and understanding it this way makes it more comprehensible rather than just mugging up the tables.
So that's why what I thought was, in fact, see, there from our teacher level discussion, I was not instructed to tell you all these detail. Okay, but somehow I felt, because I myself learned like this.
Dhanyavada.
Okay, so I thought,
Yeah.
For us earlier, the impression was if you learn Sanskrit, it's only memorizing Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha.
Yeah.
Like that, you memorize all of them without understanding.
But
No.
now if we memorize, it will be better because we know the basics, and if we memorize, I think it will make us perfect.
okay, so now here I have, in fact, I was, so we will do this. So
Yeah.
I have given few words here. Okay. So what you do is you try with these words.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, as we go along in our future sessions, I'll pick up these words only and we'll do it as part of our session as well.
Okay.
Okay. So, but I would suggest you try yourself what you can do. So what is the thing you need to do? Basically, you take a word, okay, figure out the root, okay, and try to get the Bahuvachanam of that. Ekvachanam and Bahuvachanam. So for example, Patram.
Yeah.
What lingam is it?
Napumsakalinga.
Napumsakalinga. So what is the root?
Patra.
Patra. What is the last letter?
Akara.
Akara. So what will be Bahuvachanam?
Patrani.
Rani.
Patrani, because there is a refa there.
Refa. Patrani. Yeah.
Okay, so like this. So again, try few. I'm not telling try all. Try just few. Take as an exercise, try them. Okay. In fact, we didn't get a time to do our sukti today.
It's time?
Yeah, it's almost
we
8
have 5 minutes.
This is very applicable for today's class. The sukti.
Oh, what is it?
Okay, it is not a complicated one. Let's try it.
Yeah.
We have 3 minutes. Let's try it. So can you break it up first?
Utsahanam.
Utsahanam.
Sasyam.
Naranam. Naranam.
Narana. Plural of Narana. Yeah. Narana.
So there is a breakup here actually.
Nasadyam. Astya. Asya.
Nastu asadyam. Nastu asadyam.
Nasta asadyam.
Nasti
asadyam.
asadyam. Nasti asadyam. Yeah.
Nasti.
How did it?
Nasti means no, right?
Yeah, not.
So it became basically.
Yes, Nasti means no.
Sotsahasanam.
Yeah.
Nasti
Yeah.
asadyam.
E plus
Sotsahanam.
Yeah.
Sotsahanam. Sotsahanam. Nasti. Astayam.
Utsahanam means with utsaha.
Utsahanam.
Saha
With
utsaha.
Utsaha.
Saha utsaha sahita.
Utsahanam.
So utsahanam. So
Sotsahanam.
if you
Today, all of us were with Utsahanam. Utsahanam.
So utsahanam.
Nasti.
Sa utsahanam. Is that sa utsahanam or so
Yeah.
utsahanam?
Asadyam. Narana.
Then the Sandhi.
Asadyam.
Anil, can you break down the first one? Sa utsahanam.
Sir plus
Utsahanam.
Utsahanam.
Asadya.
Nasti. Asadyam.
Naranam.
Oh.
Naranam.
Plus O is O. Okay.
Naranam. What is that Naranam?
Narana.
Other people.
People. Naraha.
Human. Nara is man, so human.
Naranam.
Narana.
Or people.
Nasti.
Utsahanam.
Naranam.
Utsahanam.
Sadyam.
Nasti.
So Narana means it's for men. Narana.
For the people.
And asadya nasti. Nasti asadyam.
Asadyam.
Asadyam means impossible.
We used to call it Yakaragama Sandhi.
People, energy.
For energetic people,
For them.
nothing is impossible.
What is sadhya? Sadhyam.
Sadhya.
Impossible.
Impossible.
So asadhyam nasti.
Nasti. Yeah.
Not impossible.
Not impossible.
Not impossible.
Okay. So again, if
Nothing is impossible.
Again, if you want to break this, also you can break it.
Nasti.
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 Okay. So if you want to have another rule,
That I think we sort of know.
Yes.
Intuitively. But the
Again,
others.
Utsahanam is plural. Is that it?
No. It is with. I think.
Utsahanam.
With
And Naranam is plural.
No. These are not. These
are not plural.
These are not just plural. There is some more thing in there.
Okay.
So we will not go into that right away. Just high level. If you can.
Utsahanam. Naranam.
Asadyam.
Asadyam. Nasti.
Nasti.
Nasti has become more natural.
Impossible for men who are energetic.
Nasti. Yeah. We should not say nasti.
Sautsahanam. Naranam. Asadyam. Nasti.
Naranam is one word.
Okay.
Yeah, it is one word.
Utsahanam. Naranam. asadhyam nasti. Sa utsahanam nara.
So the root word of Narana
Asadhyam nasti.
Is Nara.
Nara is the man.
So the sir here refers to our saha that we say. That.
So
No.
it is
With.
it is a
With.
prefix, actually.
It's
Together.
with. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Many times we use, like for example, many words we have, which is like with a sa.
Kutumba.
Together. With.
so,
Sa kutumba.
Sa kutumba.
Saha Kutumba.
Sahamata, Sahakutumba.
Kutumba.
Savakasa. There are many words like when you have something with, we use a sa prefix.
Okay.
Sannidhihi.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll
Ready.
see. Right now I have listed out many. I'll send only few. Okay. I'll not send all the things. So you can try few combinations. Okay. So basically what I want you to do is, again, this is not Google Classroom. Google Classroom will have its own homeworks. Okay.
Yeah. We know.
And Google Classroom is, I believe you are able to handle the homeworks in Google Classroom, right?
Yes.
I have some trouble because I'm not catching up with the speed. I think it's just because I don't have the practice of writing.
So please, then you definitely spend more time.
Spend more time writing.
Yeah. You need to do.
And I'm doing, my hand was hurting the first few days.
Yeah, it will. I know. First time right after, because see, we have left writing. Nowadays, even if we do computer, we do.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what, when I started writing, now I make sure that I write. Okay. So now my hand has become habituated of that. So it is okay. Initially it pains. I know that.
We are getting back to our motor skills.
Correct. So
Second
fine.
childhood. Yeah.
Apart from that, except writing thing, I hope you are not feeling challenge in knowledge wise.
No.
I had to find out whether it is Pullinga, Strilinga, or Napunsakalinga. That's the big thing. I know,
Yeah.
to find out.
Then I made a mistake there.
So now, for that, I given you an idea, right? How to find.
Yeah.
But I already handed it. The
So
mistake.
go to the website. Use the website.
Yeah.
Use the website. Figure out what linga it is.
Yeah. So I'm almost like spending 2 hours a day, like 4 to 5 days in a week, and still not catching up.
So okay, if that is the case, shall I slow down?
No.
I mean, I will catch up. I think over the time I'll get there. It's just in the beginning.
Yeah. Again, if you think I need to slow down, please let me know. Okay, because
it's only about homework. It's only about homework.
Okay. Fine.
Not about the class is okay, but only about homework. The assignments I'm not catching up.
But please do the assignment, because assignment, the more you do, whatever we do in the class, that will settle in your mind.
Reinforced. Yeah.
Otherwise, it will evaporate.
Mahodaya, there's a word called shatika in the homework. What is the meaning?
Sari.
Sari. Yeah.
Sari.
I think sarika is also there.
Yeah.
That is a different meaning.
That is the name.
That's
name of the girl is Sarika. Shatika is the
No,
sari.
I thought Sarika. I thought it was
Picture
one who
shown
drives.
Anil Mahodaya, I wanted to ask, when I messaged you, you responded me in your time, like 1 a.m. in the morning.
Why are you awake?
Yeah.
When was it?
Like
Sir, we got you.
5 days, 6 days ago, I messaged you like a meaning of a word, right, from the assignment. And you responded me like my time 2:30 p.m., which is like your time 1 a.m. in the morning. It's like, why is he responding? Like,
So is a problem. Does it respond also?
Sir, I don't get the message for your video.
So video link. Don't send a message. It is uploaded on the
YouTube
playlist of YouTube.
Okay, from N. Karthik Mahodaya, I every time receive a message, email.
So the point is, we assume that you have a link of the Arsha Seva Kendram YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So if you have that, it is always posted there. So you can just go and browse it. So that's why I don't clutter with all the messages, because you all are
Thank
aware
you.
of that.
Yes.
B2. You have to search for B2 and date.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Again, if you have any problem, just send me a WhatsApp. I'll help you out on that.
Even if it's at midnight.
Because
Sir will answer.
today I want the video recording.
Okay. Yeah. So last
Thank
time
you very much, Anil Mohdaya. I'll take leave if you
let us
don't
do
mind.
the closing prayers and then we'll stop recording. Then we want to discuss, we can discuss. Yeah. So who did that today? Muralidhar Mohdaya. He went.
Yeah.
Yeah, available. That is.
Rest of us mute.
Okay, okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.